There are so many advances right now, Arden, that have gone on in veterinary medicine that's allowing our pets just not to live long, but really thrive during those
Good.
senior years. Because if you're alive and you're just existing, we don't want that for ourselves, and we don't want it for our little furry kids either. So, one of the things that's so important is too many times, and I know you've seen it too, where people will bring in that pet that's on its last paw. We do whatever medical workup we can, and we find out, oh, its kidneys are in end stage failure, or it has liver
Yeah.
disease, or it's obese and nobody's ever addressed it. Oh, when was the last time your pet was seen by a veterinarian? Um, I think when it was a kitten, and that
Oh
was,
no.
14 years ago, but it's indoors and it's fine and it's eating just wonderfully. I said, well, that's great. But just like ourselves, things start wearing out over time. And cats and dogs are just excellent masters at hiding their signs of illness. And then there's kitties in particular.
Oh
I
yeah.
always tell people, what does a cat do when it feels good? Sleep. And what does a cat do when it's not feeling good? Sleep. So, how do you know when something's going on?
Good point. So what can you give us as a tip? Because their signs are more subtle, but can you help us out?
Yes. So, know what's normal. When you go in next time with your pet, cat, dog, bird, whatever it is, ask your veterinarian to show you how to give a physical examination so you know
Good.
what's normal. You can even get a stethoscope, it doesn't have to be expensive, and listen. So, underneath the little chest, listen around, and you don't even have to know what you're listening for, but you're listening for things that are different. So, go,
Okay.
I haven't heard this before. All right, bring it to your veterinarian's attention. Go in at least once a year. I'm probably so enamored of senior pets because I'm now a senior myself. It's like, damn, it happened.
You're
So,
you age like wine. Very well. Yes, yes. Keep
thank you
going.
very much. So, with your pet, cat or dog, get it in at least once a year. And when it's about seven, because you have to start counting them
Yeah.
as getting mature at some point. So, seven's usually a good time. So, at around seven, maybe once or twice a year, good physical examination, make sure it's up to date on its vaccines, flea control, heartworm control, all of those good things. A good nutrition, just because it's expensive, doesn't mean that it's, the best thing for them. So talk to your veterinarian, tell them what you like,
Yeah.
don't like, what your pet likes and doesn't like. Adjust that, get the teeth cleaned if necessary, but definitely see what's going on under the hood. Getting some blood work is so important. So now that I am
And
mature,
also a urine
mhm,
too, a urinalysis, right?
yes,
Because I don't
definitely.
know, there's something with you veterinarians when we get a urine test, you guys get giddy. Okay, the BUN is this, the creatinine is this, there's no protein in the urine. Whoop, and we're sitting there going, and then you hear the magic words from your veterinarian. Everything's okay. Do you
I guess we
like
should start with
urinalysis and blood?
everything's okay. And by the way, yes, you're
No,
exactly right.
I agree. I actually, my senior pets, I have three now. They're getting it twice a year. I'm getting wellness twice a year because I think they
Perfect.
age pretty fast.
You're exactly right. And the
That's really
larger it is, the quicker they age.
yeah. So you talked about some breakthroughs in some medicine, and I do know that a high percentage of cats and dogs at a certain age, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, they, like us, started getting some osteoarthritis or joint pain. Can you tell us what's going on?
Yes. So it is fabulous. The Zoetis company, Zoetis has come up with a monoclonal antibody. And you probably remember that term, monoclonal antibody, when we had our big COVID pandemic,
Yes.
and they were using it to try to save lives. Well, as you were saying, cats and dogs, they love to get degenerative joint disease. It can be in younger pets also if there was trauma or genetic malformation, but just wear and tear on the joints will start to age. And oftentimes people say, it's just old age. That's why they can't get up and they can't walk
No.
normally. No, if they're overweight, lose weight. That is one of the most important things that they can do. But now there's a monoclonal antibody that basically takes the chemical that tells the pain receptors, ouch, ouch, ouch. Now it takes it out. So it's very, very safe. It's very effective. An injection that's given every 30 days. Now, they have one right now for kitties called Silencia, and
Can you spell
Silencia,
that, please, so people can check
S
it out?
let's see, Solsenia, Solensia.
Okay.
That's possibly how it's supposed to be spelled. But they have it for cats right now, and they're coming out one for dogs at the end of summer. I don't know the name offhand. I apologize, but it's going to be all over, the
It's Zoetis,
pet industry.
Zoetis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoetis. Well, what I'm hearing from you is you said a once a month injection for all
Yes.
the folks out there that don't want to give a pill or liquids to a dog or a cat day after day. That sounds pretty nice.
It's wonderful. It's extremely safe, very cost effective. You're not going to have the side effects that oftentimes will happen with right now we're using non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. So we need to be concerned with liver problems, kidney problems. And as we get older, those things start wearing out. So again, safe, effective. Your pet doesn't have to see you coming in the morning going, no, they're going to try to pill me again. Not that. Now, you can just veterinarian does it, poof, you're out the door, life is good. So the things to watch for, especially in cats, Arden, and I'm sure you've seen it in yours,
Yeah.
think, well, it's jumping up on the counter, or now, no, my cat's really good. It used to get on the counter all the time. It's not doing it. What a good cat. It finally learned.
No.
Or my dog that used to drag me down the street when we'd go for a walk. Look how good it is. Now it's walking behind me or even next to me. Wow, that's good. In reality, those may be signs, Arden, that those joints are painful. So the kitty, and I noticed it, with one of my own cats years ago, where it used to just jump on the bed. And this one morning, it was scratching at the bed covers and it was on the floor. And I look over the side, it's like, hey, come on up. And then I realized, it couldn't. It couldn't jump with ease. It was having arthritis pain. So subtle. It's not running up the stairs. It's not jumping up on the counter as easily. It's not as playful as it used to be. All these things can be a sign.
I am so glad that you could be available to be a guest on our show today. You're definitely going to come back. Everybody, I want you to check out Dr. Bernadine Cruz and go ahead and give us the two websites, the travel bag one and the one where you have the concierge service.
All right. So the concierge medicine is like home sweet home. It's pawsweetpaw.com. And I'm in California still. And then my travel bag company, and right now it is just for a people bag. It's not something you pop your pet into. So it might want to stow away.
But I can put some pet supplies in there when we do a doggy vacay.
Definitely. And that site is CON as in Nancy, M as in Mary, IGO bags.com. Conmigobags.com. And thank you for talking about it.
Bueno, amiga. There you go. There's my Spanish. Yes.
Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life. Make sure to subscribe so you're up to date with all of our Four-Legged Life content. Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life.